People have all heard of Michael Jordan, the great Chicago Bulls player who dominated the sport of basketball for many years. He was one of the greatest leaders of all time. But over the past 16 plus years, a star has emerged from the sport of golf, and his name is Tiger Woods. He is well on his way to becoming the greatest golfer of all time. Golf greatness is measured on wins at major championships, and Tiger has 14 of those, which is the second most all time, only behind Jack Nicklaus. Ever since turning pro in the late summer of 1996, Tiger has won over 100 golf tournaments worldwide, 74 of those on the PGA Tour. At only 37 years of age, Tiger has still a long career ahead of him, which is definitely going to be filled with a lot of drama and excitement. Tiger, who is multiracial, has not only dominated the sport of golf, but has brought international attention to the sport, which has seen many kids and even adults take up the sport. He has dramatically increased attendance and TV ratings and has drawn interest from many cultures from a sport that only used to be played by elite wealthy men. Tiger Woods was born on December 30th, 1975 and grew up in Cypress, California. Tiger took a liking to golf as soon as he could walk. He would sit and watch his late father Earl Woods hit balls into a net, and Tiger would try to imitate his swing. Tiger even appeared on a TV talk show called The Mike Douglas Show at age 2. He appeared on the show to hit balls in front of an audience and putt with Bob Hope. Tiger was even talked about on a world-renowned golf magazine, Golf Digest, at age 5. Tiger was very good as a young kid and played tournaments such as the Optimus International Junior Tournament. He was so good, in fact, that he won the tournament 6 times, and every single time he competed against much older kids. Tiger had arguably the best amateur career of all time. As an amateur in 1992, he played his first professional tournament at the age of 16. The next year, in 1993, he played in 3 more events on the PGA Tour. In 94, he attended Stanford University. In the 2 years that Tiger was at Stanford, he won 10 collegiate events and concluded his run at Stanford with an NCAA title. Tiger even represented the U.S. in the 1994 World Amateur Team Championship in France, and in 1995 he also played for the U.S. in the Walker Cup against Team Europe in Wales. Still as an amateur, Tiger's major championship career started in 1995, where he made the 36-hole cut at the Masters and the British Open. He would have possibly made the U.S. Open cut had he not had the withdrawal due to a wrist injury. In 96, he played in 3 more tournaments, and he made the cut in 2 of them. Some of the achievements Tiger Woods has won as an amateur include Golf Digest Player of the Year in 1991 and 1992, Golf World Player of the Year in 92 and 93, and the list just goes on and on. Like I said before, Woods was able to achieve as an amateur is remarkable. Tiger won 6 USGA National Championships and the prestigious NCAA title, all by the time he turned pro in August 1996. He concluded his amateur career by winning his 3rd U.S. amateur title in a row, which is just unheard of. He was the youngest winner of the U.S. Junior Amateur at the age of 15 and the youngest winner of the U.S. Amateur at the age of 18. Tiger won his 3rd consecutive U.S. Amateur, which is a record, and the next week he played in his first professional event in Milwaukee, which he recorded his first professional hole-in-one. His rookie season he won twice and compiled a total of over 700,940 in PGA Tour and $1 million worldwide in only 11 tournaments, which shatters all rookie money winning records. His second year, Tiger won 4 PGA tournaments and 1 overseas, including the biggest tournament of the year, the Masters. Tiger said from the beginning of his career that any time you win a major tournament is a good year, and if you don't win, the year is considered a failure. That year he won a total of over $2.5 million, which is a golf earnings record. His greatness would just continue as he achieved the #1 world ranking in only 42 weeks since turning pro, which again he was the youngest to ever do that. He was 21 years old, and the previous youngest was Bernard Langer, who was 29 years old. After achieving this, he did not stop. All he did was just keep winning. In 1998, he won 4 more times and was the 4th on the money list. In his 3rd full season in 1999, he won 8 straight times on the PGA Tour, including a major victory, and won an astounding $6.5 million. He almost won $3 million more than the runner-up. His dominance was such that he won 52% of all prize money he could have won that year, and he won 81% more than the runner-up. Tiger won 4 straight tournaments to end 1999, and 2 more at the start of 2000. That was a total of 6 in a row. Tiger was arguably the most dominant player in 2000, and in 2000 Tiger won 3 straight major championships all in the same year. He won 11 tournaments total in 2000, which included 9 on the PGA Tour, 1 on the European Tour, and the PGA Grand Slam of Golf in Hawaii. That year, Tiger won over $11 million and demolished his own money record he set a year earlier. His 9 wins on tour were the most since Sam Snead in 1950 and the 5th most of all time. In 2001, he won the Masters again, and that was his 4th consecutive major victory, and that is known as the Tiger Slam. He won a total of 5 times in 2001, 5 more in 2000, and won the money title for the 4th consecutive year. From 2003 to 2006, he had won 20 more times and brought 4 major trophies back home with him. To end off 2006, he won 6 straight times and won his first tournament of 2007 to make that 7 times in a row, and ended that year with 7 more wins and his 2nd PGA Championship in a row. In 2008, he won 6 times before the U.S. Open, which basically marks the halfway point of the season. The 2008 U.S. Open was one of the most greatest performances by a single person in sports history. Tiger hurt his knee the previous year and just kept playing through the pain. In the first round of the Open, you could tell he was in pain. After every shot he took, he was wincing and limping very noticeably. A few times he was using his golf clubs as walking canes. Tiger amazed the stall and made a 12-foot birdie putt on the last hole to tie for the lead and force a playoff the next day against Rocco Mediate, which he eventually won. After his triumphant win, we found out Tiger played that tournament with a torn ACL and 2 fractures in the same league. That is all willpower that he used to not only finish the tournament but win. After his injury, he was forced to miss the rest of the 2008 season, but returned to the winner's circle 286 days later, and then led the tour in wins and money once again. November 17, 2009 is where Tiger's life changed drastically. At 2:25 a.m., Tiger hit a fire hydrant while driving his Escalade outside his Orlando home. 4 of the windows were taken out by which we think was a golf club used by his wife, Elin Nordegren. On November 29th, there was a rumor that he was having an affair. As the days went on, more and more women came out and they said they had relations with Tiger, and one mistress said she had a 31-month affair with him. On December 11, 2009, Tiger took a leave from golf, and the next day, one of his biggest sponsors, Gillette, was the first to drop him as a spokesperson. As the days went on, more sponsors dropped him and more women came out and said they had sexual relations with him. On January 6th, there was a report Tiger's ex-wife knocked out 2 of his teeth with a golf club. And on February 19, 2010, Tiger came to a press conference with all the media surrounding him saying he was sorry and he messed up, and that he would play golf again, he just didn't know when. But in April 2010, Tiger competed in the Masters tournament after hardly swinging a club before that week, after all the scandal controversy, but he still ended up finishing 4th in that tournament. And after struggling on the golf course for the next couple years, and people wondering if he could ever win again, he finally broke through at the Chevron World Challenge and recorded his first victory in nearly 2 years. In 2012, Tiger won 3 more tourneys and looks to be back to his old ways. But as I said before, Tiger judges his career on major championship wins, and he has not won one since his incredible victory at the 2008 U.S. Open. We all want to call him the greatest golfer of all time, but it will be hard to unless he surpasses Jack Nicklaus's record 18 major victories. Tiger has done so much for the game of golf and brought a lot of money into the sport and popularity from all over the world. He is the face of golf, and the golf needs it that way. They need him playing at his best because that is where all the money pours in from. Tiger has had his problems in his life. People say he will never break Jack's record. I do believe his best years are behind him. However, he still has enough game to compete and play at an extremely high level. He's only 37 years old. When it's all said and done, there's just no way you can't call him the greatest all time. Tiger's just a competitor at the highest level.